was crazy. It was crazy. First we saw movement, and then well, like, just look up there, it's a freaking Bigfoot. It was not a bear. That was not a bear, right? That was a Bigfoot. No way, it was not a bear. It was a Bigfoot. It was really a weird day. It's a good day. I mean, I just knocked this. I knocked one of his spines off. This is a like animatronic. It's real cheap. I bought it, and then I'm just sort of giving it an accoutrement because I'm gonna green screen it. So we're gonna make some video, some filmy looking stuff, and this is you know, is it like a cartoon? Maybe a little bit. Um, you know, I've made stuff like this before, like years ago, like using, you know what a Munchauchi doll is? So I use that as like a puppet, stuff like that, little dolls, and I, you know, put them in front of like a LED, like an LED screen, you know, like a LED computer screen with like a backdrop on it. It's real rough looking, you know, but now I have figured out how to do green screen. So that was right when I started making video. I started making that stuff, the, you know, cartoony looking stuff.
Do you think you'll eat this? Because I'll just make one pan.
Yeah, I just had 2 of the chicken legs. I'm fine.
Okay.
You should eat one of those though. It is really good.
I will.
If I do say so myself. We had some drumsticks that I bought them to supplement the dogs, right? And I'll smash them and give them to Mango and stuff like that. I'll smash them, give them to Bucket. So I bought some, and then I cooked a few, and they turned out really good. And it, you know, I didn't really do anything to them. It was like I threw them in the oven in a like shallow pan with some olive oil on them, salt and pepper, at 380, and that was it. That is all I did, and they turned out real good. You know, so sometimes you don't really have to do anything when it's cooking. Like, simpler can be better. I like a pork chop, sort of like that. You know, you cook a pork chop, you just make, what's up, Sean Bond? You just salt and pepper, put it in a pan. I did that with a steak recently in a pan, and Destiny thought it was really good. I'm just gluing these spines down a little bit more because I don't want it screwing up right before I'm shooting something. It wouldn't matter, I'd just glue them back on, but it's sort of better this way. These are just sort of laying on the top. Yeah, it was really incredible today. It was a beautiful spot. It was really pretty, but seeing the Bigfoot was just like, I don't know. If you've ever seen something like that, it's life changing. It is. What, Kittles? It was scary. Like, I admit it, I was sort of like, you know, my heart was racing. Ran back to the car to get a camera. I mean, we were really moving fast. You know, I was excited, so it's just like, I don't know. But the place, this Van Zandt Falls, real beautiful, real nice. Go back there for sure. But I'll tell you, the thicker crazy glue, this is Gorilla Glue, crazy glue. This is a real good product. And if you mix it with baking soda, it's really good. So it sets up quicker and you can build it up. And it's sandable. Hang on. What do you mean? She's right in the kitchen. She just was talking. She's in the video we're putting out tomorrow. What do you mean she isn't around anymore? She's making red beans and rice. I made the chicken. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, this I got at Walmart. I paid 17, right? I thought it was a real good deal. It moves. So I'm gonna green screen it. I gave it a new paint job. And I put these are erasers I glued on. It's pretty sweet. Tell me it's not, you're lying. 17. I have all these robots over here. They're ready to green screen. I was busy with Merlin going home, and now I feel like I'm even caught up with Lutzy. Lutzy's picking up retrieves. Now he's not doing it great, but it's just a matter of doing it more. So I feel real good about Lutzy. Lutzy, I have to use a dummy launcher or a starter pistol with tomorrow just to make sure he's going to have some gun shyness, but I don't think he's going to be a freak. I get him to remain calm. Doesn't matter. They all sort of like respond to it in a negative way. So I'll just I use the starter pistol and just sort of step back slowly. Just. Well, not step back, step forward. I'll keep it at a distance because I don't want to flip them out. And just get them accustomed to it. Found a piece that would do glasses within a few hours. Oh, really? You did get new glasses, huh? Got new glasses. Found a place that would put in new lenses within a few hours. That's good. I only need glasses for stuff that's close. Far away, I'm fine. We've been watching Raised by Wolves on HBO Max. It's sometimes it's pretty intense. There was a point where I was about to give it up, and then I kept watching, and it was just like, oh my god, I believe Ridley Scott is the director. It's entertaining. It is. It's pretty entertaining. Something to watch. We'll be through with it soon, I'm sure. That's what we do. We just watch it in a period of 2 days, and then look for something new to watch. That's it, right? I got crazy glue on my finger. How is that? Is it good?
I make soup instead.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
What kind of soup did you make?
Gumbo.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've been wanting it.
Why didn't you make it earlier then?
I was lazy.
Oh, there you go.
I went by.
What? What do you want?
I went out by to go to the rink. I don't want them to see me because I'm in my pajamas.
All right, hang on.
Just put it to your chest.
All right, there you go. Walk by.
Thank you.
Sure. All right. Destiny didn't want anybody to see her in her pajamas. What was I thinking? I don't know. That was about it. It's an exciting day. It was a good day. The Bigfoot, well, first it started out, do I still have my Raven? You don't even know his name, so what's it matter? I did videos with him last week. I did a live stream with him, dick. Started out like, I did some retrieve. I just got this thing in my head of like, Lutzy's gonna pick the retrieving item up. That's usually how it is. I'm like, he's gonna do it. And it's almost like I don't know. It's like I'm sending this energy to the dog, like you're gonna do it, you know. And he did, of course. I even had him do it a little bit on live stream. We're working on everything, but I mean, I couldn't be happier with how it's coming along with him. PL's sister showed a picture of one of childhood dogs. It looked it's like Pumpkin, especially with the taxidermy-like facial expression. I'll tell you, Lutzy, he does this weird thing. He's got this weird smile. Like it's, do you know Santa's Little Helper, Bart Simpson's dog? That's what he does. Like just watch that dog. He does it all the time. Like it's like, I don't know what he's doing. Something. But he's real cute. This dog's real cute. It's fast as shit. This is one of the fastest dogs I've ever known. Really fast. I'm feeding him, check this out. I'm feeding him more than any other dog here. Gus the Labrador. That's how much this dog burns up energy. Although he's not hyperactive like Tonka. Tonka was hyperactive at that age and never sat down and always wanted to work. Lutzy will take a break. He'll rest in between sessions. Tonka never did that. Never. Just pain in my ass. Same thing though, with just Tonka was super skinny when he was young. It was like crazy, like skinny, just high metabolism. Dog is so fast. This dog must go 40 miles an hour. You know, they can't do it long, but he must be able to do 40, something like that. It's at least 35. It's a pretty fast dog. I mean, he's really hauling ass. I'd be interested to, I haven't put him in Tonka in the yard because I just think it would be like matter meeting antimatter. It's just, Lutzy is young, so he's clumsy, right? Like Tonka never bumps into shit, right? Lutzy, the parrot art is super cool. The parrot art. Oh, thanks. Hey, cats, knock it off. Lutzy will be running so fast, and he'll keep running and say he hears a bird. He'll turn his head and like run into like a tree. You know, it's crazy. But I think Tonka might have done that too when he was young. I don't think Tonka's running as fast as, well, I don't know, man. Tonk's pretty fast. Tonk's got the muscle, you know, he's got more muscle because it's a puppy. Tonk's still pretty fast. You know, he's a pretty good dog. He's old. Yeah, he still acts like a young dog. It's crazy. I looked for Tonka too. I wanted a dog like that, which I don't know what I was thinking. Seriously, I don't know what I was thinking, you know? It's too much dog for anybody. Seriously. What a day. Then it had sealed the deal. I knew that Lutzy was going to start doing retrieves. And then going to that Van Zandt Falls. We got video. I'll put it out tomorrow. Put it out tomorrow at about 11. It's a crazy looking place. Absolutely crazy looking. like cliffs that that are caused by erosion, like do you know what I'm saying? Not like the Grand Canyon, like it's just it's not rock, it's just erosion in some areas, and it's just like Puddin is fit, and I'm honestly jealous of her. I'm trying to work out though, and getting into pickleball, which is pretty much giant table tennis. What? Pickleball? Who do you play pickleball with? And I've never heard of it. I've never heard of that, Toxic, seriously. Pickleball. You're making that shit up. Pickleball. Giant table tennis. Are you on a is it on a court? Any tips for an untamed parrot? Well, you got to get a hand trained. Took it from a neighbor who never touched it that passed. Well, this is what I would do. I'd try and get it hand trained. I would try and give it, what kind of parrot is it? My friend who lives next door. You play it on a court, it's sort of a new sport. Really? It's an Amazon. Okay, well, your Amazon would probably like peanuts, right? So maybe if make sure it doesn't have food, like when it goes to sleep at night, take its food away. Because it might wake up before you, but it's going to need to eat. So maybe you could try hand feeding it for a while with some peanuts. Just see if it'll take a peanut. And if it'll take the peanut, you're going to sort of gain its trust, okay? And then give it its regular food. Fill up its food bowl, and then keep doing that every morning. Because, see, if its food bowl is there, it might just ignore you. So if you want to train the parrot, try it in the morning when it's hungry, all right? And who's doing, oh, I know who's doing that. I thought it was the cats. It's Lutzy. The other thing that you might want to consider is that if it's sort of subdued light, right? Like maybe like it's not super light in there, and you try and get it on your hand. Maybe if it's, I don't know. I would definitely try giving it some peanuts and get it, if you could get it to go on your hand, there you go. That's what you need. You need it to go on your hand. You need it to be hand trained. You could, I'm not saying don't do this, I'm saying you might want to consider, after it starts trusting you, maybe it could start trusting you with like a tight leather glove on your hand, right? So you get it habituated to the glove, and then if it bites you or is clawing you, it's not going to be that big of a deal. So you want to get a pair of like deerskin gloves, but try and find a smaller one that you have to really squeeze into. That's what I would try. I want to make it small as possible and about the same size as the other hand. I will say this about Amazons, they will bite. You could do it, and talk spend time with it. Just hanging out with it and talking to it. Like you might want to bring, if it's got a cage, might want to bring it down right next to you and watch TV with the parrot. Knock that off. Okay, that's important. If it's got a cage, it's in a cage because it's probably been in its cage its whole life, right? Just have it right next to you, same level, like its perch is right here. That might really be helpful, and then hold like a cage, yeah. The other now here's the deal. Now, don't worry about getting it out of the cage right now. Okay, but that's your goal. You want to be able to have it out of the cage and climb on the cage, okay? But give it some time. I don't know how long you've had it, but you know give it a couple weeks, and then if it seems like it's perceptive, um, uh, maybe you know if it's going on your hand by then that's great. But here's another thing about parrots that's sort of important to know. When they're on the ground, they don't want to be on the ground, so that might be your opportunity to put your hand underneath and see if it'll go on your hand. Now here's another thing that might be helpful is like its wings have probably never been clipped. Clipping a parrot's wings, meaning you cut the primary flight feathers down on both sides, all right, so it doesn't have as much lift, might be helpful. Because if you have an Amazon, it might get hurt because it's not used to flying. So you want to teach the bird to actually sort of fly up from the ground. But you don't want to cut the primary flight feathers too much, because if it falls, you want it to have some lift, just not a lot of lift. Okay, so cut the first primary flight feathers. 2 to 3 weeks, just use flap its wings at me for a week straight at seeing me. I think the 3rd week in, he stopped spreading his wings. Correct, wings aren't clipped. It'd be helpful. If you're gonna clip a bird's wings like that, they might be flipped out and pissed at you for a little bit, though. So, but it might be necessary for you to do that. And how you do that is you put them in a towel. Okay, pull the wing out, cut them off with some scissors. There's directions on the internet, so you know which feathers you're cutting. And then that's it. So then the bird's in a towel, right? And then maybe you could do something like he's in the towel, right? Just put him here, open up the towel and see what he does, because he's not going to be able to really fly away, and just don't move. With a caveat, if he's coming up to your face, coming up to your shoulder, he might bite your ear, he might bite your lip, he might bite your nose, he might bite this. So you probably would want to have a glove on in case he's trying to do that. You could block him. Okay? Just know that parrots will bite. Okay? And it can really hurt. It can really hurt. So you have a parrot. So just when you start working with him, know you might get bit. You might want to try a leather glove. You know. Get. You need something that fits good. You know, you can go to a hardware store, Tractor Supply. Hey Peter, I just bought a 6-week-old blue heeler, and when I'm trying to train him, it gets off task easy. Any suggestions? Yeah. Well, first of all, you're not supposed to have a 6-week-old puppy, okay? Why do you have a 6-week-old puppy? You're supposed to get it in the 8th week, all right? And a 6-week-old puppy, he gets, what is this term that you're using? He gets off task easy. Any suggestions? He's 6 weeks, idiot. He's 6 weeks old. You don't really do it. Get off task. 6 weeks old, dummy. When they're 8 weeks, I'd probably work with the dog for maybe a few seconds. Get off task? Why'd you get a dog? Toxic, did you see this guy? 6 weeks old. He gets off task. You don't get him at 6 weeks, douche. You know? I hear a bat nearby. I think it's inside the screen porch. I'm going inside. Hell no. Oh, man. Yeah. Gets a dog at 6 weeks, and he's expecting it. I think it's probably like an 8-week-old dog. I've got so much experience with puppies. 8-week-old dog. Might start off like training them for 3 seconds. 3 seconds. And it's all fun. They can't do anything wrong. And you're talking about a dog getting off task. 6 weeks old. He's training it and talking about it getting off task. Yeah, no shit, idiot. People are such jerks. They are. You didn't. Oh, the dog could be horrible. You didn't know what you were doing. You think you know what you're doing. There's some kind of ego involved here. Why? You bought a dog. Why didn't you buy somebody that could fucking train it for you? Instead, you're gonna experiment with your 6-week-old dog. Just to control, for the purpose, no, wait a minute. Okay. Why do people get dogs for the purpose just to control them? It's not why people have dogs. We're talking about dog training. People get dogs because they like hanging around with them. They're cool. But if you don't control the dog, right, it's a fucking wreck. So, what are you, a cat person, or you just don't get it? I think you just don't get it. Hang on. Cat, stop driving that dog crazy. Yeah, I was referencing someone trying to force it to do something as a... Oh. Well, I don't know. But, look, the point is that if it's an adult... Are you sure? Because as an adult, you make them do it. You put them in that position. So, I don't really understand your point. Like, if you're talking about the guy with the puppy, right? Didn't reference the guy with the puppy. But you can't say, why do people get dogs just to... I don't know. I'm not having a conversation with you. I'm just seeing what people write. So, it shouldn't be Jesus Christ, you know? You should have said puppy. And no, it's totally fun. Expecting them to totally control at a young age. I was just adding to the... Yeah, it isn't about them... because if it was an older dog, there's a control issue, right? It's not really even that. It's that the guy really has no idea what he's doing. He doesn't know that, like, an adult dog is different than a puppy. You know? Do you understand what I'm saying? It's just like, they're all the same but different, and you don't train a puppy like you do an adult, and you certainly don't get a dog at 6 weeks, you know? No, he didn't. He didn't. Do you know how many times I see that? Somebody getting a puppy that's 6 weeks old? They think that it's 5 weeks old, I've seen. There's people in Brooklyn that'll pass out dogs with bottles and tell them, yeah, this will make the dog really awesome. Little does the owner know. 6 weeks. 6 weeks. 7.5 is sort of okay. 8's right on the dot. 8.5 is okay. 9? I don't think I'd buy a 9-week-old puppy. It's been with the litter too long. 10-week-old puppy, I definitely wouldn't spend money on. I want it in the 8th week. I want it on the 8th week day. That's when I want it. And don't think that it doesn't make a difference. It does. There's critical stages, my nose itches, in your puppy's development. And they're all just set, man. It's just like, that's it. You can't go backwards. Meaning, if you get the puppy in the 5th week, they didn't have that time with the litter and the mother. You can't go backwards. You got that, you're not a dog. You took it away from the litter at the wrong time. It's going to be like socially stupid. You did it because you didn't do your research. You just think, oh, it's okay. Yeah, listen, I've owned bottle-fed dogs, right? It's just a fact. They ain't like a dog that isn't bottle fed, I'll tell you that. They're sort of, I don't want to say they're stupid, they're just sort of like socially inept with dogs and humans a lot of times. And the person, like, I took on the bottle fed dogs. I got one out there, Harley. Somebody couldn't deal with the dog, talked me into it. So, and then, so I've owned two of them, and I'm just saying that it's not what you think, because the owner, right, or not the owner, the person that's bottle feeding them. By the way, you don't bottle feed a dog like a baby. Like here's the dog's head, and you don't do that. That's not how it is, man. Think about the dog crawling up under the mother or the kitten. You don't hold it like this. Oh, it's a baby? No, it's not. It's a cat, stupid. Now, bottle-fed cats, not too much of a problem. Bottle-fed dogs, huge problem. And the person that's bottle feeding is usually like cooing to it. And, the dogs are such a wreck. I see it a lot with pits. I don't really know why, because I was in Brooklyn and there's a lot of pits up there, I guess. But it's just like, man, if somebody would breed their pit and then they'd be like giving the puppies away outside a grocery store with a bottle. It's just like unbelievable. It is really one of the worst things that you could do is take the puppy away from the litter at the wrong time. I'm telling you, get it right on at the 8th week. The 9th week, you're getting up there. You might get it, but it'd be better if it was on the 8th week. 10th week, I wouldn't pay money. The 11th week, I would not pay money for it. And if it's 6 months old, they should be giving you that dog and thanking you. And that's something that I see on Craigslist all the time. All the freaking time. It's like people they have an older dog. It could be 6 months, it could be 6 years old. And they have it on Craigslist and they're saying that they want a rehoming fee. What? You can't take care of the goddamn dog and you want to get your money back? For what? The dog food that you spent? That you spent the money on? Or what? You paid some money for it or something? You couldn't handle it. You ought to be thankful that somebody's going to step up to the plate for you, you loser. Anybody ever do that? Anybody in this chat? Because tell me and I'll get rid of you. So I don't want you around. You sign a contract with that animal when you take it. You just can't be like, fuck, just people label the dog. They don't train it and then they call it stupid. There's not one dog. There's not one dog that I've ever trained that can't do the same thing as any other dog. And all of them can do like one thing better than the other, but they can all sort of do the same thing. Why? Because they're all the same. There's a spectrum of dog behavior and trainability, and they all fall here. So there isn't a dog that can't do the dummy launcher. There isn't a dog that can't, learn heel. They're all the same. It's just, people are stupid. They're just fucking stupid. So they don't train the dog. They think that loving the dog is enough, and love is not enough for your dog. It doesn't need your love. It needs training, and it needs to be taken care of. That's it. They will flourish with just that. They will do great. Now, if you're a normal person, you'll love the animal you're taking care of and training, of course, but they don't really need it. That's a human thing anyway. That's a human emotion. So, what are some dog breeder red flags in your opinion? Anybody that's breeding in their backyard? A lot of puppy mills come from Florida, Pennsylvania, Missouri, Ohio. New York has some. I will say this, that it is very common that the Amish are sort of involved in breeding dogs for pet stores. Um, so if you're going to pick up a dog at an Amish, you might want to check and make sure it's a reputable place. Maybe it is. But, you know, if somebody's looking at a dog like it's livestock, I wouldn't want to do that. Which Amish people might have more of a tendency to look at a dog, not, you know, they don't have them in their house. They're out in a barn being bred. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, they don't have them in their house. They're just breeding them to make money. If you're looking for a breeder, and the last 2 dogs that I bought were had veterinarians, you know, they were breeding these specific breeds, GSP and a Labrador. That's a good sign. And another good sign is, you know, if you're looking for a specific breed, if you get a dog that its lineage is tied to a dog that's, you know, the breed standard, like some dog that won Westminster, that would be a good sign that you're getting what you want. And don't, like, it, okay. If you go get a $400 dog off of Craigslist, you're getting a $400 dog. There's no guarantee. All right? Now, that dog might be fine and might be totally healthy. That's true. You might get a really expensive dog and it could get cancer and die. That's also true. It's a crapshoot. But if you're looking for the breed standard about the way the dog looks and the way the dog acts, pay for it, you know. Pay for it. You know, interesting fact about mutts, but people that pay for training, it's usually not people that go to the ASPCA and get a dog. You know, it isn't, and I don't know why that is, but like most of the dogs I train are pedigree dogs. That's just a fact. And that also could be because I train a lot of puppies, and like a smart person will be like, I'm gonna get a puppy, I'm gonna line this up, I'm taking it to Kane, I'll keep it for a week. Usually what they say is, well, I'll keep it for 2 or 3 weeks, and then I'll pass it off to you. So I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then they find out what a pain in the ass it is to wake up and take it out at 12, take it out at 2, take it out at 4, take it out at 7:30, and then you got the whole day. Man, if you are not exhausted when you get that 8-week-old puppy, you're doing something wrong. One thing that I will say is never use wee-wee pads with your dog. Don't even bring those in your house. They're scented with a pheromone that smell like shit and piss to your dog. Don't do that. Get your lazy ass up out of bed and take the dog out. That's just how it is. You get the dog, you know. Okay, well, first of all, you adopted a dog from Romania. You're calling it a rescue to make yourself feel better. Rescue, okay? A rescue is for people that actually rescue dogs. You didn't rescue the dog. You adopted a really expensive dog from Romania, where we have plenty of dogs here, okay? You didn't have to go to Romania and spend all that money for that adopted dog. You could have gotten one and given the donation to the ASPCA or your local shelter. So, it was 100% rescue? How is it you adopted it, right? You rescued it and brought it from Romania? Please. That sounds like a story. They didn't sell it. Oh, okay, so you had no fee. You had no adoption fee. I don't believe you. I don't believe you because I know people that are involved with dogs coming from foreign countries. And there's an adoption fee. I do not believe you. I do not believe you. You're lying. You probably, I'm not even so sure you got a dog from Romania. And it still is the truth. Rescuing the dog is taking it off the street. That's for the organization. You adopted it. Nah, it's a reputable organization. I know the people. Yes, it's a very small fee. Whatever. Now your story's changing. Okay? Now your story's changing. Okay? Yes, that is what they did. Oh, okay, whatever. Whatever. So they paid for the plane ticket from Romania. I know what it cost. Dogs come from all over, from North Korea, not North Korea, South Korea. I know what it cost. Okay? So I don't believe you. I'm not even so sure you have a dog. Toxic might agree with me that this sounds a little phony. I mean, to get a dog at the local shelter, you're gonna drop $3. But you got one from Romania. It was real inexpensive. Real small organization that brings dogs from Europe. Do you know what that cost? Nah, it's a story. These kids show up here with these stories or people that they want attention. I'm German. Now you're German. All right. Okay. So now you're in Europe. All right. Now you're in Europe. You say you live in Germany. So you still have to get the dog into Germany from Romania. It was free for you, though. I've always been German. Yes, always been. Okay. What is it they say? Doth protest too much? You know? Yeah, it's a lot of stories. Now she's German, right? Because, you know what I'm saying? Like, now she's German. She's always been German. You're not joking around? We think that you're making stories up. That's what we think. You know? Somebody run over to her channel, see if she's got her beautiful Romanian dog there. Maybe she does. I don't know. But I mean, still, you still have to, like, you know. Do you have any videos of your Romanian dog? Do you? We'd like to see them. I mean, that's great, but you still had to pay a fee, and to get it from one country to the other, that's not cheap. It's not cheap. Please. That's not like going from one state to the next. It's not. You still, listen up. You didn't rescue it. You adopted it. Okay? That was the point I was trying to make. You adopted it like everybody else. You adopted your dog. Okay? You did not rescue it. People that say that they rescued it, they're trying to make themselves feel better. It's not cheap and it's a hassle. Yeah, but this person, no, it's really cheap. And yeah, you can't. No, you already said it didn't cost you barely anything. And you didn't say any of that. You made it sound like it was coming into the United States. You have so many stories. Seriously. They're posting about hissing cockroaches, no dogs. See? Yeah, so no dogs. You're just making up stories. Okay? So, there you go. You're just wasting everybody's time trying to feel better. Thank you. Thank you. Bye. Jesus Christ. What's the matter with people? What's up, Hillsby? What's up, Trevor? It's amazing. Yeah, I was about to put that. It's a Roach channel. Yeah. They need a lot of attention, clearly. You know? Jesus Christ. You know, like they're lonely. I don't know. Are they even German? Are they German roaches? Did you get that right? I'm freaking excited, man. GameStop announced that they are going to do a stock split. You own that, really? I don't think I would have bought that one. They're poking at a hissing cockroaches. That's really. Uh, well. Alright, no more. I don't want to talk about it. It's not worth it. Subscribe to them if you want to. That's all I can say. I'm not going to. Already up 17,000. Really? No shit. Good for you. We brought dogs back from Turkey and it was expensive, and it took forever getting the vet paperwork. Yep. I've had dogs come from Europe. I've had to fly dogs to Taiwan. It's not simple. It's not simple. Maybe you can do that with a hissing cockroach. Doesn't sound very German. Yeah, see, it's just so obviously like just stories. What's the matter with people? I don't know. Yeah, it is. It is. It depends. Some countries like are harder than others. Getting it into the States can be sort of. There's no quarantine here as long as they have the rabies. Did you have to quarantine them hills? Yeah. I think Hawaii has a quarantine. Are you gonna feed your cat? No vaccines because they had the rabies vaccine. No, because they had the rabies vaccine. Sam's fine. We have rabies here, so they don't make a big deal about it, you know. But like, where was I sending a dog that was sort of like they were really sticklers about it? Maybe it was Taiwan. I think it was. I think it was Taiwan. Like they had like this double paperwork or something. It was really weird, you know. They took them. I think the owners were greasing the wheels too, because the owners are sort of, I don't know, they could afford to do that. You can do that in some countries, like, you know, just pay somebody off, just make it quicker, easier. I don't know if that's true though. That could just be me guessing. This is my guitar I fixed. It's $5 at a garage sale. I did fix it too. Crazy glue and a clamp. Not going to U.S. is exempt. Taiwan has quarantine for incoming. Yeah, but I don't think it's that long. Like maybe, what is it, 5 days or something? 2 weeks? I think they let the owners come and hang out with the dog during that period. Yeah, I can play some stuff, but not really. Not smoke on the water. Like that's what I remember. Like they go into quarantine and the owner would go daily to hang out with the dogs. And it was very nicely run. I think that they could quarantine it at a private facility. I think. 2 weeks. Yeah, I think you're right. 2 weeks. And, yeah. But for some reason, I think the owner said that, like, the dogs were maybe at a private facility. Is that possible? I just remember them saying it was really nice and they could go every day. That's why I think that they were greasing the wheels, because, like, this person has bucks, and, like, you know, would they really, she'd say, like, yeah, I'd go there all day. Really? They let you, oh, yeah, they had this room that I could go and hang out in. I'm like, that's why I thought that she did some, you know, because they clearly could. My boss used to used to let his dogs in. Yes, they can do. Yeah, that's what it was. Because this owner would be like, no expense, Oh, dog needs it. Okay, here. I wanna train the dog to pull a cart. Why do you want to do? Why do you want me to train him to do that? I don't know, just because. Okay, well I'll need a cart. Here you go. Like that. Wouldn't it be nice to be like that? I'm sick of being broke. My car, fuck. I put windshield wipers on it because the other one's broke at the same time. It's no shit. They both broke. And then we were going to go to the falls, and then we had to come back because my windshield wipers were broke. So we took Destiny's car, and then I went to go get windshield wipers. Fuck, they were like $20 a piece. It's $40 fucking dollars just for the windshield wipers, but it won't pass inspection without windshield wipers. So I gotta have them. I don't think it's gonna pass inspection anyway, but I'm gonna try. I don't know. If it does, then I'll take the tags off of it, and I don't know. I can always rent cars, I guess. There's always, I could always have food delivered. Find somebody to go pick up chicken. Yeah, I have a lot of merch. It just isn't selling lately. It's weird. It's selling it to Destiny, man. Ever since the fucking Russians hacked my fucking account, my YouTube account, my merch is just like, God, I'd make a little bit of money off of that, but now it's like, I sell a shirt a week or something. It's just horrible. I don't know what the deal is. It sucks. That's exactly what I'm trying to do. Is I'm putting merch on the channel and putting it on Facebook, hoping I can generate some money because I got to pay to get the car fixed. The car's a piece of shit. It is. It's such a piece of junk. I appreciate that. Think about Alaskan Malamutes. Thinking about getting one as a pet. It's a high drive dog, sort of like a husky. I'm not saying that they couldn't be good around cats. They need training, man. You can't just get a Malamute and not train it. It needs a lot of training, man. But all dogs do. But a Malamute, like I said, like you might want to watch it around small dogs. A cat, Yeah, they shed like crazy. That's another thing. Yeah. Get yourself a shedding blade for sure. They're like a husky, man. They'll just be like, they'll be like this, like, the undercoat will be coming out, and it'll be like, don't shave them, though, during the summer. That makes a dog hotter, not cooler. That fur on a dog, it's used as insulation for the hot and cold. You would love to have a dog with a double coat? Or wouldn't? I would love to have a dog with a big double coat. I love leaving pumpkins. An industrial vacuum. Yeah. Man, Gus, I swear to God, that lab, all labs, it's just like black hair, just clumps of it, just like within like a coat. If you don't sweep it, it's just like, there it is. It's incredible. What are you going to do? We were going to take him today. We had him in my car. Going to take him to Van Zandt Falls, but the windshield wipers weren't working, and he wouldn't fit in Destiny's car. She doesn't have a crate or anything. Ralphie has a double coat, and his hair is shedding for the first time. Hang on, my girlfriend's 8-month-old. Well, I can't do anything about that. Get rid of your girlfriend. She sounds horrible. I mean, seriously, she sounds horrible. Why'd you get the dog? It's too late to get him set on the... No, I could train your dog. You can't, though. What do you want me to do? Wave my magic wand? My magic wand costs about $8,000, okay? It'll take 90 days. That's my advice. Your girlfriend's not going to be able to do it, and if she doesn't pay for it, she's not going to... Do you understand what I'm saying? People don't step up to the... People that spend money on dog training, they step up to the plate and take it seriously. I have nothing good to tell you. Nothing. Get rid of her, though. She sounds terrible. Seriously, what are you doing with her? She got an Akita, works 60 hours a week, and the dog is pissing all over and bites. And she didn't have enough common sense to... Well, she works 60 hours a week, she can pay for training, but she won't, right? Why'd she get the Akita? Because he's so beautiful? Oh, he's so... What an adorable puppy. Now he's biting? You know, people act like they know dogs. They assume all the same, except bulls and pits. They think they're evil. Oh, yeah. Anytime anybody shows up and says anything like that on my channel about pit bulls, like, I'm just like, get out of here. It's a dog. Shut up. Let's get a dog like mops and imagine it being a nightmare to groom those coats. They should create a like Flowbee for the dog, you know, it's like a Furminator, but it's hooked up to your shop vac. Something like that. That's my idea. That's one of my inventions. It's one of them. I have many. I have a lot of inventions. It's one of my deals. I like to invent things. I like food inventions. Licorice ice cream, that was my invention. It's delicious. I might have to make some of that too, because it is yum, yum, yummy. Ice cream. What good's that gonna do? What good's it gonna do? Just get rid of her, man. She's not gonna do anything about the dog. She did spend money on the dog, dude. She wants to spend a couple $100. She thinks she's going to get it done for that. She's unrealistic. She works 60 hours a week. She has a dog. That's that, and it's not trained. I bet she doesn't even crate train. I bet it doesn't even have a crate. She just lets it run around the house. Wow. I think I made it on this channel before. Yeah, I'll make it again. It is unbelievable. It's real good. Black licorice ice cream. That is correct. That's my invention. I made it. Yum, yum. I also, another one of my inventions, food inventions, is a licorice soda. But you make like a root beer float, but you use the licorice soda, which I have a licorice soda in there. It's delicious. You'll love it. It's popular in Finland. What, licorice ice cream? No, it's not. Stop making shit up. Nobody has licorice ice cream. I invented it, Hillsby. Don't steal my thunder. You don't know what you're talking about, do you? I'm also the inventor of Red Bull, or root beer Red Bull. Okay? So when they come out with it, no, I'm the one that invented it. I was my idea. You know. I grew up in South Africa with a hyena. I think that proves anything is possible. Well, her dog could be trained. She's an asshole, though. She's not going to get it trained. You know, she's not. She's not going to do it. And, you know, she's got this high drive big dog that's biting, you know. 60 hours a week. She didn't have enough you know, she could have made it a lot easier on the dog by getting it trained. She didn't want to do that. She's a jerk. She didn't have time for the dog. She got it anyway. 60 hours a week. What's up, Oceana? You know, like, what's her problem? What'd she do for a living? Is it a high-pressure job? Tell us what she does. I had a good day today. It was. I saw Bigfoot. I got the Vizsla picking up a dumbbell, spin it into heel. Just got to get him to do that more and more and more. He's going to be raring to go. That dog is fast, and I mean real fast. Unbelievably fast. Still a puppy, so he ran into something today running. And he ran into me, too. Lutsy. I gave him a ration of shit. I'm like, you break my fucking leg, dude. It's a total puppy move. Running too fast, right? Running too fast. What album do I recommend? Anything by the band. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, any I don't know. Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon. I don't know, man. I don't know. You want an album? I don't know. I get another dumbbell. I made a couple. This is one that I really like to start dogs on. The square one. You know, the rectangular, whatever. It's got to be something like that. I have one that's I use different ones that have flat surfaces because it encourages the dog to do this and, you know, take it, and then I get them to quit doing it, you know. So, and then I go to something round because it's easier to spin in and out of. But whenever I do one that has a flat surface, right, it's always pine because it's soft, because I'm trying to get them to accept it. Do you make music? Yeah, I make beautiful music. I'm a great musician, and everybody on here knows it. Yeah. Sure. I saw a picture of Destiny by the river. That was brave of you both. You could have been pummeled by Bigfoot. Yeah, it was. I did some video right after we saw the Bigfoot. I ran back to the car. We got the phone. We were taking those pictures, and then it started to rain. And so we were like, well, we might get real wet, so let's put the phones back in the car. And then we went back down there. But we should have had the phone because it was just sort of drizzling. That's when we saw the Bigfoot, and I had to run back to the car. It sucked. Yeah, I've been answering questions tonight about dogs, telling people how stupid they are. Yeah. They could have surrounded you on the cliffs. Oh, it was just one, but it was one that we saw. It was big. I'll put the video out tomorrow at about 11 a.m. You'll see where it was. It was just like, oh my God. Like, it was big. It had a girth on it. I mean, it's a big animal. I used to be afraid of Bigfoot jumping me when I was younger. I was sort of, I wasn't terrified, but I was sort of scared. How's Mango? I don't know. Let's see. Hang on. Say hello. Yeah, I'm all right. I'm 23. I'm blind as a bat, and Kane's my owner. So how the fuck do you think I'm doing? Kane put me down. I need water. Here you go, Mango. Fuck you, Kane. Just put me down. He is blind as a bat. I heard that, Kane. He is. He's blind as a bat. He can't see shit. Is he still alive? I told him he can hang out as long as he wants. I'll clean up his mess. I'll put him in the bath if I need to. I don't care. It's rare. I get to hang out with a 23-year-old dog. I'll do whatever he needs. I don't know. How long was he a vampire? Seriously, it's fucking weird. I mean, I feel honored. I mean, he literally could be like the oldest dog in the world. If he's not, he's one of the oldest. Think about that. Like, it's like the equivalent of being, how old's the oldest human? Like 119 or something? It's crazy. In my kitchen right now. It's just nuts. I don't know how it's really sort of unusual. When I say extremely Oh, yeah, toxic, that's so rare. It's so rare. You know what? A lot of owners that have aggressive dogs try and convince themselves that they have a dog that has this rare seizure disorder that causes it to be aggressive. You know, like, just don't even. Like, what? 1 out of 1,000,000 dogs? Give me a break. You know? Just, you're a lousy owner. You let your dog sleep in the bed, and it gets aggressive when you're on the street. It's nothing unusual. You're an idiot. That's all it is. The dog has a confused status, but instead they want it to have like this rare disorder to explain, you know, so that they don't have to think that they're a shit owner, you know. If you saw Tonka's in the other room, sleeping. Tonka's not young either. Tonka's still fast as shit. Oh yeah, he outlived Ike, no sweat. He was older than Ike. You know, he was, 8 years old when Ike was a baby. I was 7 years old. Or something. 8, I don't know. How old is Tonka? Tonka's maybe 11? 12? 11? I think he's 11. He's 11. Hey, Dickweed. What do you want, Kane? Hey, come here. Come on there, dude. Yeah, it is amazing to, I had a dog that was like 18 years old, right? And that was old, but this dog is like, it's rare. I mean, I've had so many dogs, though. It's like, do you know what I'm saying? It's better odds that I would get like a super old one. But that's crazy. 23? That's just nuts. Whatever. He's old. He's an old dog. It's just watching the summer. I have a fan on him or something. I don't want him getting maggots or something. That'll happen with an old dog. God, I've been through a lot with that dog. That dog was afraid of everything until it started living with me. He was afraid of everything. Buses, everything. You know, 6 more, I don't think so. He might be the oldest dog right now. Oh, you mean the vegan dog that never lived? Right? The vegan dog that never existed? God, it's amazing. Mango, you're a freak. He is. It's not possible. It's all bullshit. I have medical records on this guy. It's nuts. I don't know what you're talking about. Forcing Bella. What? What's your opinion on the vegan teacher forcing Bella into being a vegan? What are you talking about? That vampire movie? Tonka's not 23, Mango is. What are you talking about, Bella? You mean Bella from Twilight? Is that what you're talking about? Bella from Twilight? Did she have a vegan teacher? God, that franchise sucked. I watched it, but, you know, it was just sort of, yes, Bruce Willis, yeah. I assume, I assumed that he had a stroke, I guess. Don't you think? You know, I had a friend that had the kind where he would have like word salad. Like he was saying stuff that sounded like words, but it really wasn't words. And supposedly, when he was speaking, it made sense in his head, but when it was coming out, it was gibberish. But it sounded like he was speaking, but it was, you know, it's like the right cadence, sort of, but it wasn't English. It sounded like it was really, really weird. He had a traumatic brain injury where they had to like remove his skull for a while and then put it back on. So he had that kind. I mean, we don't really know what kind Bruce has. You get that right before a seizure? No shit. You really? You get the word salad one? No kidding. That is interesting. So, if you're around your husband and you start talking like that, he knows it's going to happen. Right? Is that correct? Wow. Interesting. How often do you have a seizure? That is freaky. How often do you have one, Hillsby? In my head, it sounds normal. Really? No shit. It sounds normal, but then you're told after the seizure that you were just like speaking like tongues or something. That is so interesting. No shit. That is interesting. Huh. About 2 every few months. So you're saying that you have a seizure once a month or something, or do you have a seizure and then you have another one that's close to that seizure? I had a dog that had them all the time. It was at Chesapeake Bay. It was really a bummer. And then after the seizure, he would be blind for a while. Blind and excited. It was fucking insane. Yeah, well, maybe he does. Well, let's hope the best for Bruce. He's only 67. He could have some kind of dementia, I guess. I think he played football. Hope the best for him, man. I always liked him as an actor. I had a friend that worked with him at a bar in New York City. He was a nice guy. That was back when nobody knew who he was. He was Moose Willis. That's what they were calling him. Yeah, I have a main seizure and then an after. Yeah, okay. Yeah. That's weird. Junior would have those, but he would have them like almost every day. You know. My grandmother seems to be... Yeah, how is your grandma? But too early to say. That's right. Forgot about that, Toxic. Yeah, that's interesting, the seizure thing. Where's Solerton? He's upstairs in the hallway with his mom. I gave him a vitamin. I gave him one of these pigeon tabs. It really depends on my stress level and other stimulants. Like I take meds, so it's not on check. Dilantin and Tegretol. Something with the pituitary gland, I think. Toxic. Mango had seizures, and then I put him on a raw diet, and then they stopped. He was on phenobarbital. We tried that with the Chesapeake Bay that had seizures all the time. Didn't do anything. After the seizures, the doctor was giving me like Xanax to give him. He could eat like it wouldn't do anything. It'd be like. Then she had me go to a compounding pharmacy, and we tried this thing that was like I don't know, used in the 1800s or something. It was like I had to go to the special pharmacy to get it, like some kind of liquid. Didn't do too much. Sucked. But mangoes, as soon as I put them on the raw diet, I don't know, within a week he was looking different. And I said to my friend a vet, I said, what do you think about taking Mango off? He seems different. He said, yeah, okay, let's wean him off of it and see how he does. You know? No, it wasn't. I don't know. It was just some kind of weird thing that they had to compound. It was in a big like bottle. I don't know what it was. It was so weird. Like, hang on, Mango. What do you need, brother? Didn't you just drink your water? You got to go outside and pee again. Here, you want to go outside? Yeah. All right, dude. Come on. Here. I'll come get you over. Then you want some more water, and then you go to sleep. Touch the cane. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird with Mango though. It was like I was involved with squirrel rescue for a while, and usually whenever it was like I saw this a couple times, those bottle-fed squirrels, and trying to keep them on, and then they'd start having seizures. What it was caused by was lack of calcium, and then you give them like a calcium block, and then all of a sudden they change within like a half a day. They stop having seizures. It was really weird. You know, what you eat is important. My adopted lab was old and obese. We thought he had epilepsy. Well, thank you for sharing. Khaki. I don't know. We used to use belladonna with potassium for seizures in people. This stuff was from like 1900. Is that what it was? It was like really like the 1800s or something. Yeah, Kaki's cute as shit, aren't you, Kaki? Kaki. Is that what it was? It was a liquid, I remember. And I remember I had to get it at a compounding pharmacy because it had to have been. No shit. I think that I had to build up in the dog, too. I don't know. Nothing worked with that dog. I can't remember what it was called. I don't know. It was for humans, but the vet prescribed it. It's liquid. It's in liquid and powder form. That's Hillsby's right. She's a pharmacist. It was, yeah. It was, we might have even tried one other thing. You know. I can't remember. I might have even brought up Dilantin and Tegretol to the vet. I can't remember, and I think she said, no, it's human, it won't work, or something. Different brains, you know. It's a bummer. I will say this. If you're looking at puppies, you see a puppy with, like, cross-eyed, it's cross-eyed, don't get it. There's a good chance that it will have some kind of seizure disorder. It's been my experience. I've seen it more than twice. So, my brain was slower than molasses on a cold winter day on that day, I think. Well, thank you for that southern talk there, Toxic. We enjoyed that. We did. I enjoyed it. That was very enjoyable. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe you see the cross-eyed pup, and the cross-eyed pup, there's like no problems. But I don't think I'm gonna stay away from cross-eyed dogs or any dog with like a I don't know. You want the healthiest dog possible. That's my suggestion to everybody. Get a that's a dirty trick. What's a dirty trick? Joe says, Joe's telling us he's smart. That means you're not real smart, don't you think? Joe M says he's smart. Well, since nobody knows who you are, we can't confirm that. And this is the first thing that comes out of your mouth. You're smart. You sure you're not a little insecure? I mean, seriously. Because the first thing that you said is, I'm smart. Doesn't make sense. Could you tell us something else about yourself? Other than how smart you think you are? Is there any other, is there anything else you could tell us other than that might have been it. Yeah, sometimes I'm insecure. Well, yeah, we bet you are. Are you going to tell us that, are you real handsome? Are you good looking? Yeah, tell us more, Joe. We really want to hear. Come on, Joe, tell us something. Come on, Joe. Everybody wants to hear more about you. You said we're fascinated by you. You're smart. My hands still smell like onions. I'm not particularly handsome anymore. Oh, come on. You were handsome at some point, Joe. And now you're telling us you're not? What happened? Tell us more. Like, how could you, if you're handsome once, you're going to be handsome always. Don't you think? Joe, tell us the truth. Were you never handsome? Bull sharks can yes, they can. Yes, they can. They can swim up. That's right, bull sharks. Watch out. You can't change. Yeah. We bet you're still real handsome, Joe. Right? Are you a real player with the ladies, Joe? Are you? The end of the world. Don't say that. Joe, are you a player? Did you go to your prom? Joe, come on, tell us more. Thank you, Robbie. Appreciate that. Every little bit helps, that's for sure. Well, it actually is going to help get my car inspected. Pit vast inspection, that's what I need. This could be wishful thinking. I might have to take the plates off of it and figure something out. I'm from Missouri. Was in the Navy. Lives in California, Florida, Pennsylvania. No, I have, well, I have a hole coming out of my manifold, it looks like, or something. I think I got I got an O2 sensor that's screwing up. It's just, don't get me started. I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's in poor shape. 2 front tires that are bald. It's not gonna pass with the 2 front tires that are bald. I don't think. Back in Missouri, you could find a place to give somebody $100 and then put the sticker on for you. It's no place like that here. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I don't know. I need that car though. Yeah, just anything on there with tread. Maybe. They don't have to match, they just have to have enough tread, right? I think that's what I thought about that actually. That would take care of the tire thing. I'm gonna try and do the O2 sensor myself, I guess. Because I'm just worried I'm gonna fuck something up. Doing the O2 sensor make matters worse. Like screw up the thread or something. Well, do you really need to match it? Like, are you saying that's the law? Or is it you're just saying it's just gonna fuck up my front end more? I don't care. They sell dummy O2 sensors. What do you mean? What do you mean? You have to change it. RPM ratios? What? What are you saying? They sell dummy O2 sensors on eBay. RPM ratio. I got a check engine light on. It plugs the hole. It doesn't mess with it. Yeah, but I have a check engine light on. Yeah, where the sensor goes. Yeah, but how's that gonna get the check engine light off? Is that just to pass inspection? Yeah, is that what you're saying? And then what, I drive at 40 miles, it will go out when you clear. So you're saying, well, listen, if I'm gonna put in a dummy sensor where the hole is, why wouldn't I just go get an O2 sensor? They're like fucking $20, aren't they? Right? Why would I buy a dummy sensor? But that doesn't even make sense. Like, that's not an expensive item, is it? I think it's like $20. And if you have to take the sensor off to put the dummy sensor in, why wouldn't you just put a sensor in? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what? You mean like if I screw up the threads or something, you put the dummy sensor in? I don't know what you're saying. This check engine light is due to an engine wiring. Mine, I got a code reader in mine. I know what mine is. It's the O2 sensor. It's not my cat, because I put cat cleaner in it. So you never have to mess with it again. That doesn't really make sense because an O2 sensor's cheap, so. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, how often does I got a fucking car that's a piece of shit. Do you think I'd have to put in another O2 sensor? I don't know if it's gonna make it until next year. See, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know why I would do that. Hard to say from across the country. Trust me, my car's a piece of shit. Cat cleaner burned out O2 sensor, maybe? I don't think so. It's been out for a while, before I put the cat cleaner in. I think to take it someplace, it costs like $120 to put it in. I just don't have. I'm not gonna spend that. Muffler shop could put it in? Really? Is that right? What, like Meineke or something? I can call Meineke Muffler and say, can you put in an O2 sensor for me? And it'd be cheap? What, like $50 or something? I know where it is. It's by the radiator. It's in the front. It's right down from the oil cap, because there's oil on it, because when you put oil in, it's been dumping on the thing. That might be why it's bad. I know where it is. Right over there in her cage. Maybe the wires are broken. I thought that. I thought maybe if I just cleaned off. This is what I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about getting some WD-40, spraying it down because there's oil all over it, and wiping the oil off of the WD-40. Let it dry and see how it works. I figure it's shot now, so. That's what I was thinking about doing. What, hang on. Could that be it? You know, I don't know. WD-40 tag fish if sprayed on fishing line. It has fish oil in it. It's not answering me. Good winter at the beach though would like to go out fishing. That dog wants to run around wherever. You mean like get him a fishing pole? I don't think he'd use it. That dog, it's important that he learns to, no, I'm not off Lipitor. Is that my doctor? What are you doing, man? You know I'm not off of it. Why would I be off of it? I should take Lipitor right now. I got to, Mango needs to come in. I think he needs more water. I want to take a Lipitor so I don't have a freaking heart attack or stroke like Bruce did. I don't want to be like Bruce. God, if I am, somebody help me load it, because I might have forgotten. Hang on. Where's my Lipitor? I think it's upstairs. Hang on, Mango. It's upstairs. Hang on, brother. You need more water, man? Okay, you want more water there? You need more water, brother? Hang on. I'll hook you up. Yeah, I knew you needed it. You go, buddy. Oh, man. You alright, dude? You alright? All I gotta do is rinse it out in the morning, make me a smoothie. Well, you never answered me. Good night, Toxic. No, there isn't. I do what my doctor tells me, and so should you. Everybody on here. They're camping down the creek. You didn't answer my question about spraying the thing down with WD-40. Trying to wipe it clean. Could it be the oil that's dripped onto it from putting the oil in the car? You sound like a mechanical genius. You do not go to a doctor? Oh, I do. Stop it, Gus. I'll be there in a sec. I go to a doctor. I would use soap and water. Really? Really? Soap and water? No, Tonga's been cool. That was Gus. Gus wants to go out. Like Dawn dish soap plus is cheap. But I'm afraid if I get it wet, it's an electrical thing. You want to screw it up? Cuts grease. No soap and water. Why do you say that? People wash engines down. Oceana. Why are you saying that? I've seen people do it. Look at the hose. Not that. Not what? It's already screwed up. Oh, good point. Just replace it. Just fucking replace it. What is the name of the fruit trees you grow outside pawpaws? Asimina triloba. That's what I was going to use. WD-40. Just don't spray the distributor, right? And if you do, there's where you have to use the WD-40 maybe. Alright. I'm going to go. I'm so bummed out about that fucking car. What, you know? In NW? Growing what? What's NW? What's NW? I've never sent any mail there. What's NW? Northwest? Oh, you mean like Portland? Yeah, order them from One Green World. I don't know. Check the USDA growing zone, but I think you can get them at One Green World, which I think is in Portland. Northwest? Yeah, probably. Do you get a little snow there? It's got to be a little snow. What's your USDA growing zone? I think it's 5 is the lowest, and then you don't want it super warm. You can't grow them in Arizona. It snows there sometimes. Yeah, you might be good to go. Check One Green World. That's out there, right? They sell them. Get grafts. No, I don't. I got a bag of fertilizer that was cheap. That's not what it is. No. Well, I don't know what the growing zone is. Someplace might be too cold. If it's colder than USDA growing zone 5, if you're a 4, it might not. I've heard of people growing them in like 4, but they're not going to grow in a 3. But they have to have cold. That's part of them. That's one of those trees that has to have some cold time. So, like 400 hours of cold, like 38 and below or something. I think the grow zone is 9. What, in Portland? Is that high? Oh, in Vancouver? Wow. 9, wow. You can grow an olive tree there. I gotta go. I'll see y'all. Thanks, everybody. Portland freezes, then you'd probably be good to go. Check. One Green World. Go look them up right now. I'll see ya. Thanks, everybody.